Started out teaching in Richland too. And even at the beginning of my teaching career, I knew eventually I wanted to aspire to be a principal. I wasn't really in a hurry because I actually enjoyed being a classroom teacher. I loved my students when they came through, and just being able to kind of be in control of my own classroom, teaching the content, add my creative spins where I could was really, really appealing to me. So over the years, from Spartanburg, started out here in Columbia, wound up going to Spartanburg, trying to pursue coaching football. Then life got in the way, in a good way. My wife, who I got engaged to at that time, worked in Richland 1, so I came back to Columbia, spent some time in Richland 1, and that's where I was afforded the opportunity to transition into administration at that point. So I did that for a little while, and I kind of felt I was ready for a principalship, and just kind of start fielding around, interviewing, and I am blessed, and I'll say I'm blessed, truly blessed to have the opportunity to work here. And I really feel like a lot of things kind of lined up in the right way at the right time for the opportunity to present itself. So just for me to be able to serve the community, serve the students, serve the staff. I've only been here for about 2 months now, but just the relationships, you can see the hard work, the passion in the building. The parents are great, the students are great. So I really feel blessed to be in a position to serve my school and my community at HWES here. Where we're going in terms of direction this year kind of coined a theme, if you will, and that is to be the hero of your story. It's kind of a double entendre on the word hero because our hero is the values here, and it stands for hardworking, empathetic, respectful, and open-minded. But also hero in the sense of you championing your day, you being successful in your day. I'm really big on diversity, and I do believe that it's important for everybody to embrace who they are as an individual, but also you being successful in whatever your capacity is. And I think that direction speaks not only to the teachers but to the students as well, because ultimately we're going to need everybody on board to be successful, and those small successes along the way is what's really going to help tell our story and be the hero of our story. So when I say be the hero of your story, it's about whatever you do in that day, be in the moment. So if it's teachers, no matter if it's teaching a lesson, planning, looking at assessments, championing, really being in the moment. For if it's students, hey, if it's independent reading, if you're able to read 5 minutes one day and you're up to 6 minutes the next day, that's a success in its own. And those small successes, those small victories over time, really what adds up. And when you're successful as a person, as an individual, we're successful as a school. So when I say be the hero of your story, if you're successful in what you're doing in the moment, and we continue that success with consistency over time, then ultimately we're all being the hero of our story, and we're going to be greater because of it. I'm an avid person in the gym. And it kind of started out a couple years ago on a weight loss journey, and I think a lot of people can attest to that, and it really just turned into a habit, spending time in the weight room, lifting weights. That kind of centers me. It's kind of my anchor in a lot of different respects when you think about, how my week sets off. Just that time, put my headphones on, working out for that 45 minutes to an hour just helps me keep my day grounded. It kind of provides me that anchor. This is like a tail sign for me. If my wife sees me eating double stuffed Oreos and milk, she knows something's wrong. So if I'm ever eating double stuffed Oreos and milk, and it's not always like that. Sometimes I just want to, deviate, like a nice little indulgence, nice little cheat day sometimes. But if you ever see me break out Oreos and milk, it's either something's going on, all right, I'm stressed about something, or I just need to splurge a little bit. So there it is, Oreos and milk. Everybody, I would say Captain America. Captain America stands for a lot of different things, and then, not to go so far into it, but even in the Civil War, when you thought he was always upright on the side of the law, he stuck to what he felt was right, and that kind of pitted him against some of the other Avengers and Iron Man too. But I really like the fact that, if nothing else, he kind of follows his heart in a lot of different scenarios. He believes in what he believes in. He stays committed to that. when looking at how I could best serve not only the community, but, kind of my contribution to society, even if it's the pebble in the ocean, so to speak, it's important to me to be visible, be present, and try and provide something of substance that hopefully resonates with all the students and families I come in contact with, because if we can catch them early and we can, put them on the right track as a child, then hopefully the trajectory changes for their life. So that's kind of my conviction, what my small hope would be as we try to impact these babies, man.